Here's how I made my OC Twi'lek headband. This pattern fits perfectly onto any lacquer pattern I have in my Etsy shop. Click the link in the description to get it. If you want to fit it to other headpieces, you might need to adjust it a bit. All you need to build this yourself is brown pleather, mesh fabric or towel, some Velcro, your already crafted Twi'lek ear cones, scissors, bobbins or fabric clips, fabric glue or contact cement, a mask for gluing, sewing chalk, basic sewing equipment, and of course a sewing machine. Now let's get started. First, cut out the side pieces. Make sure you add the space for the Velcro closure on one side and don't forget to add the seam allowance all around. The side pieces with the ear cone holes marked and the ear cone inlays from pleather are needed for the first steps. Now cut out the small holes on these pieces and line them up using some textile glue or Pattex. After that, carefully stitch around the sew line and cut down the seam allowance. Now you can turn them around, iron and glue them down. I added some decorative stitching around the ear cone holes. This step is entirely optional though. Then cut out 2 circles with the largest diameter of the ear cone inlays from your mesh fabric. Sew these to the inside of the side pieces as shown. After adjusting the size of the ear cones, you can try the fit. Remove the ear cones before continuing on the headband. Take the leftover side pieces without the cutouts and pin them to their counterparts, one with the Velcro closure piece, one without. Sew all around the pieces except for the back sides and the sides that connect to the headband. Cut out the headband front pieces, adding seam allowance, pin and sew them together. Also cut out headband lower and upper part, adding seam allowance and the Velcro closure piece on the same side as on the side pieces and sew them together too. Cut the seam allowances on the side pieces and turn them inside out. Also cut the seam allowance on the headband front piece. Then iron all pieces as shown here. The headband lower and upper part backside without the Velcro closure piece needs the seam allowance ironed to the inside as well as the side piece shown here. Then glue the seam allowances inside as shown here. After that, glue the side pieces open tops together, also the end with the Velcro closure piece. Do the same on the headband front and then glue the seam allowances to the headband lower and upper inside too. Here's how the parts should look like now. I added some top stitching on the headband lower and upper piece, on the headband front and on the side pieces too. This is again optional. After that, pin everything together as shown. Try it on for adjusting one last time and then start gluing it together carefully piece by piece. As you can see, I started with the side pieces and headband front here before moving on to the long glue line going around the headband. Now you can sew on some Velcro pieces. I sewed on the lower one with the machine and the upper one by hand so it stays mostly invisible. Optionally, you can add some side straps. For these you will have to adjust their length and where they place exactly on your headpiece. Just take the paper cutout and try it out before cutting the pieces from pleather. Again, glue down the seam allowances, add some top stitching if wanted and add Velcro in the back. In my case there's no closure piece and I zigzag stitched it to the straps as I didn't have enough fabric left to lengthen the straps. Now try the strap placement on your wig head and preferably your own head too. If you're happy with it, mark the placements and glue them on in the front. And sew in the Velcro pieces in the back. Optionally, add some invisible stitches here and there to secure the glued pieces. Really happy with how it turned out. In the end, you can add some weathering through dry brushing as I did here. And done! I can't wait for your creations with my patterns, so if you followed along, please tag me in your work in progress content. I'd love to see. Thank you!